गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. When we think, for what we think? To become miserable or to become happy?
当我们思考为什么去想这个东西的时候，我们是想成为一个很痛苦的呢，还是想成为一个很快乐的呢？
When our thoughts make us miserable, it is called as worry.
当我们的思考让我们变得很痛苦的时候，这个词的定义就是忧虑。
When our thoughts free us from the worries, then it is called as contemplation.
当我们的思考让我们去除忧虑的时候，我们就满足了。
When we study yoga, we are studying yoga to become miserable or to discover happiness.
当我们学习瑜伽的时候，我们是学习瑜伽让自己痛苦呢，还是让自己发现更快乐？
If we become miserable, then we are going the wrong way.
如果我们变得更痛苦了，那就证明错了。
You do like this.
I'm losing my hearing. I can't hear.
No, you do like this. Many a times we have
很多时候，
thought in such a manner that we become a problem to ourselves.
很多时候我们被教导的是，我们成为了自己的问题。
Our method of thinking is twofold.
我们的思考方式是傻瓜的。
We imagine we are the only miserable persons in this world.
我们想象一下，我们是世界上最惨的那个人。
This is not true. Everybody is equally miserable.
那么照这样来讲的话，每个人都很惨。
So if you are miserable, congratulations.
如果我们是很惨的，
You
祝
are,
贺你。
you are still alive.
事实上你还活着，
A dead person can never be miserable.
那个人永远不会那么痛苦。
Now the second thing is, we blame others for our miseries.
第二个问题是我们来责骂其他人，因为我们的痛苦。
If I am miserable, I will say I am miserable because of my wife.
如果我很惨，我就会说我的痛苦原因是因为我老婆，
Or I am miserable because of my children.
或者是因为我很惨，因为我的孩子，
Or I am miserable because of my neighbor.
或者我很惨，因为我邻居。
And when we take this stand in our life,
当我们有这个立场在生活中，
what we will try to do?
我们试着去做什么呢？
We will try to improve others so that we can be happy.
所以我们试着去改变他人，然后我们才能获得幸福。
So the husband tries to improve the wife.
所以呢，老公就要去改变老婆。
This has never happened in the history of humanity.
在人类历史上从来没有成功过。
Wife is a species which cannot be improved.
老婆就是一个物种，是不能够被进化的。
Husband is a specimen which is a gone case.
是个高 case。
Gone case. Cannot be improved.
老公也是一个物种，不能被进化的。
But husband and wife try to improve each other.
但是老公和老婆之间都要互相去改变、改进对方，
And we become miserable.
所以我们就变得很惨。
The purpose of yoga is different.
瑜伽的意义是不一样的。
The first step in yoga is you are responsible for your life.
第一步是你要对自己的生命负责。
We are happy not because of anybody, we are happy because we want to be happy.
我们高兴不是因为其他人，而是因为我们选择，我们想要高兴。
We are miserable not because of anybody, we are miserable because we want to be miserable.
我们变得很惨，不是因为其他的原因使我们变得很惨，而是我们决定想要变得很惨。
So you decide now whether you want to be happy or miserable.
所以由你们自己来决定，你们是想要变得很开心，还是变得很痛苦？
You must have gone through immigration in all the airports.
你一定很去过在各个机场的移民局吧，海关，
There are a dozen questions.
他们会有很多问题。
And the questions are like, are you carrying deadly weapons on your person?
他们会有一些问题，类似于有没有带危险武器入境？
Are you smuggling drugs?
你有没有带毒品？
Are you carrying the animal products on you?
有没有带任何的危险的动物？
And you are given option yes or no.
你会有选择是或不是，通常有2个框。
So you choose your option.
你做了你的选择，
You say no and you are through.
然后你选择不，于是你通关了。
Exactly the same way,
同样的方式，
when we were entering this world, God said, you are entering the kingdom of miseries.
当你选择进到这个世界里的时候，
And-
上帝说你进到了痛苦世界。
And we were given a form where it was written, do you want to be miserable?
然后我们会给了一个表格，告诉你说你想是成为一个很惨的人吗？
And options were given yes and no.
然后给你2个框，选择是或者不是。
Those who have opted for yes, they will be miserable throughout life.
谁选择是的，整个一生就很惨；
And those who opted no, they can never be miserable.
谁选择不是的，就会这一辈子都不会那么痛苦。
So exercise your freedom.
所以练习你的自由。
If you refuse to be miserable, even God cannot make you miserable.
如果你拒绝选择痛苦，即使上帝也不可能让你痛苦。
And if you opt for being miserable, even a mosquito can make you miserable.
如果你想选择一个痛苦的话，是一个蚊子也可以让你很痛苦。
Therefore,
因此，
we are told the principle of karma.
我们认为卡玛那个业的原则是，
It is something like this. One man became very fat and heavy,
一个男人变得很胖很重，
and he started blaming God. Oh God, why did you make me fat and heavy?
于是他跟上帝神明说：“你为什么让我变得这么胖这么重
And the other person was having a very beautiful figure,
而另外一个人会有非常漂亮的身材，
36, 24, 36.
36、34、24、36。
And the earlier person was having a figure 62, 62, 62.
而另外一个是确实有身材，42、42、42。
And then he was blaming, oh God, why did you make me so fat?
然后你为什么让我变得这么胖呢？
And when they were sitting together eating food,
当他们坐在一起开始吃饭的时候，
this person with a proper figure was eating very little,
身材很好的人呢吃的非常少，
and this round figure was eating like a buffalo.
而这个身材不好的呢吃起来像一头水牛一样。
And then blame God, oh God, why did you make me a round figure?
然后开始责备上帝，你为什么让我变得这么差的身材呢？
Stop blaming others in this world.
停止抱怨其他人吧。
Yoga tells us we are responsible for everything in our life.
瑜伽告诉我们，我们是要对自己生命的任何事情来负责。
If I am miserable because of my wife,
如果我很惨是因为我老婆的话，
don't blame her.
不要去责备她，
That is a need for our evolution.
那个是需要我自己来去进行进化的。
It is something like this.
是这样的，
I went to a hospital because I was not well.
我去了一个医院，因为我觉得不舒服。
and there was another patient in my room,
在房间里有另外一个病人，
and both were given food by the nurse.
两个人都同时因为护士给了一些食物，
The other patient was given very good food, very rich food to eat,
另外一个病人给了非常丰盛的食物去吃，
and I was given only barley water and liquid diet.
而我只给了一点点水，还有一些很简餐来吃，
No taste at all.
没有任何的味道。
And I was feeling these people are giving me bad food because I am a Swami.
我们在想，这个护士给我这个食物的原因，一定是因为我是 Swami，
And the other person is given good food because he is a rich man.
而给另外一个人非常好的食物，他一定是个富人。
And that man was fed up of eating the rich food.
那个人就在使劲的吃那个很丰盛的食物。
So one day he said, I am not going to eat.
有一天，我就说我不吃了。
Then the Swami in me became awake.
然后我心中的那个Swami就开始觉醒。
So I told him, don't waste food.
我告诉他说，不要去浪费食物。
If you don't want to eat, I will eat.
如果你不吃的话，我吃了。
And I ate that lovely, sumptuous meal.
于是我开始吃那个很丰盛的食物。
And immediately it was emergency.
立刻我开始变得紧急，有一个紧急的问题。
So the doctors came, nurses came,
医生来了，护士来了，
and they put a tube from my mouth in my stomach
于是放了管子从我的嘴一直到我的身体里，
and pulled it out everything.
然后把所有丰盛的食物都导出去了。
And nurses and doctor were scolded, why did you give him this bad food?
然后医生和护士开始责怪说，为什么要给他这些食物？
So they said, we did not give him, I don't know how he ate it.
我们没有给他，但不知道他怎么吃下去了。
Then I told doctor, I myself ate that food because you gave me bad food every day.
是我自己选择吃的，因为你每天给我的食物都很差。
The doctor said, my dear friend, I thought you are a Swami, you will understand something.
我以为你是Swami先生，所以你会理解的。
He said, that man is having a fracture of the leg, therefore his stomach is normal, he can eat anything.
那个人呢，病人呢，是因为他有一些病是在腿上，所以他的胃口一切都很正常，他可以吃所有正常丰盛的食物，没有问题。
Your problem is your stomach is out of order and therefore we cannot give you good food.
而你的问题是因为你的胃口出现了紊乱，所以我不能给你很丰盛的食物。
He said, you are suffering from melena.
那你的问题是因为有这个 Malina 的问题。
So I was so happy, at least the name of the disease is very good.
至少这个疾病的名字是非常好的，我很高兴。
Like the lavina, it is melena.
Malina
Is one of the name of a girl.
啊，这个疾病的名字很像一个女孩子的名字。
Then the doctor said, if you take that food, you will die in no time.
然后医生说，如果你要吃的那个很丰盛的食物，可能
Now
立刻
be,
就会死掉。
now be attentive.
请各位注意了，
Bad food was given to me for my benefit or to torture me.
那么那个坏的食物给了我来讲的话，是为了我好呢，还是为了折磨我呢？
That was required for me.
那个对我来讲是必须的，是需要的。
When we have got a pain in our tooth,
当我们牙有疼的时候，
it is not for torturing us,
并不是为了折磨我们，
to tell us, hey, something is wrong in your gums, take care.
而是告诉你说，嘿，有一些问题在你的牙要产生了，
In
你要
the-
照顾好。
In the same manner, whenever we get hurt in our mind, be aware, something is wrong in our thinking.
所以小心了，当有一些问题在你的头脑当中让你觉得很痛苦的时候，
Correct
那一定
your
是
thinking.
什么问题，用你的思绪产生了问题，要正视它，改正它。
Then you will come to know, whenever we get hurt, our ego is very strong.
当我们被伤害的时候，一般是小我非常强大的时候。
Therefore, observe this level of how easily you can get hurt.
于是要用心的观察一下，为什么如此容易你就会被伤害了呢？仔细思考一下。
Therefore, those people who are constantly complaining, they have got a very strong ego.
于是那些人一直抱怨其他人的那些人呢，通常来讲都会有非常强的这个小的自我。
Those who are all the time miserable, they are a very terrible ego.
那些自我感觉都非常惨的人，那通常来讲，小我都是非常大的，非常可怕的。
We must have the wisdom to accept the world as it comes to us.
我们必须来增强自己的智慧，能看明白这个世界。
And we should know that we are in this world for our evolution.
我们必须知道，我们来到这个世界的原因是为了进化。
There was a sculptor who went to a mountain. Sculptor, the one who uses the hammer and the chisel for making a statue out of a stone.
那从前会有一个雕塑师到了森林里，
And he found out one big nice rock and started cutting it.
他找到了一块非常大的岩石，开始慢慢雕刻。
And the rock was crying inside, look here, the other rocks are so lucky, and I am getting the chisel hits every day.
那个石头就开始很难过，说：“你看，其他那些石头都没有受到如此的对待，我却被划成这样子。”
And that rock was praying to the God, oh God, why I am being tortured so much? Other rocks are so lovely, happily staying.
他就跟上帝说：“你看，我怎么这么惨？就在这里被一刀一刀的划，其他那些石头都在那里非常高兴、非常开心的躺在那里。”
And when the complete statue was ready, it was taken in a temple and installed.
当这个石匠雕刻完这个石头的时候呢，就把这个石头拉到庙里，放到里边非常漂亮的一个石像。
And millions of people will come, offer their prayers.
成千上万的人每一天来呢，就在向他去祈祷和礼拜。
That time, that rock which has become a statue started appreciating. To bring out the best in us, we require hammer and chisel treatment in life.
所以在那一时刻的时候，那个石像就已经开始变得非常的值得尊敬和觉得需要去感激了。所以，当有那些石头或者是有这个雕刻的过程当中的时候，我们也应该觉得值得庆贺的。
Those who have difficulties in life, remember, God is taking special care of you.
当大家会有经历觉得很痛苦的时候，这个过程其实事实上是在神明在照顾你。
You are very nearer to your divine nature.
你在不断接近自己更高的灵性层面。
There was a child playing in the mud and became very dirty.
有一个小孩在玩泥巴，变得浑身都非常脏。
And the mother pulled the child, come, we'll finish your bath, you are becoming so dirty.
然后妈妈说：“过来，把这个结束吧，你都变得这么脏了。”
But the child didn't want to take bath, he wanted to play in the mud and dirt.
然后小孩并不想过来去洗澡，他还是接着想去玩他的那个泥巴。
But the mother wants to clean the child.
但是这个妈妈想要去给小孩洗澡，
So she pulled the child forcibly,
所以他就使劲拉这个小孩子过来，
took him in the bathroom,
把他拉到那个洗手间里，
and started washing with hot water, cold water, and soap and detergent and whatnot.
然后开始用热水、凉水、洗洁那个肥皂等等这些一系列清洁剂来清洁孩子。
And wherever it was too dirty, she will take the sandpaper and rub it.
然后在特别脏的地方，他还会用那个搓澡巾，类似于那种来去洗。
And when this was happening, the child was crying away.
当这个每次发生的时候，小孩子很痛苦，就开始使劲哭。
That time the child thinks, my mother is a devil.
在那个时刻，小孩就会想，我妈是个魔鬼。
But the mother doesn't care what the child thinks.
但妈妈才不管小孩子怎么想。
And when he is crying, she gives one hard.
然后每一次小孩子哭的时候，他就会给一个更强烈的。
So nobody knows why the child is crying, whether because of beating or automatically.
大家都不知道为什么小孩子哭得这么厉害，是因为被打了吗？
And afterwards, when he is cleaned, properly powdered, dressed,
当都清洁完之后，然后打上了粉啊，然后擦好了以后，
and nice fresh clothes are put,
非常漂亮的衣服给他穿上以后，
and he goes to the bed.
然后他去睡觉上
He
床，
even doesn't thank his mother, Mama, thank you very much,
他甚至也没有说谢谢妈妈，
because he has entered the blissful abode of sleep.
他就直接进到一个非常平静幸福的状态去睡觉。
In the same manner,
同样的道理，
all the difficulties of our life is a motherly treatment given to us by the Lord.
所有困难的境遇我们遭遇到的，就像是刚才这个故事当中讲到的一样，是上帝神明的妈妈在照顾你。
Therefore, don't complain if you have got difficulty.
所以不要抱怨，如果你有困难的话，
Come to know there is wrong something somewhere,
就只要知道是什么地方出现了一些问题。
and that something somewhere is only one thing.
其实可能是一些地方出现问题，只有一个地方。通常来讲，
Body identification.
一般来讲就是自我身份的一个认同的问题。
There are only two steps on the spiritual path.
精神世界来讲，一般是两部分，
There is no third step.
没有第三步了。
Step number 1,
第一步，
free from body identification.
远离自己身体的一个标签认同。
Second step,
第二步，
free from the notion that there is one soul in each body.
远离那个意识，就是每一个人都会有一个灵魂的一个意识。
There is one reality expressing through all the bodies.
有一个真实的存在，现实会去经历所有人的一个生命、身体。
Please understand, this is the most important topic.
这个是最重要的一个话题，请注意。
When we see so many bulbs,
当我们看到有很多气泡的时候，
bulbs are many,
有很多很多的气泡，
but the light is one,
有光亮的只有一个，
or the lights are many.
有很多灯吗？很多亮吗？
Light is one, is it not?
光亮只有一个，
Exactly the same way. Bodies are many,
有很多身体，
but the life is one.
生命只有一个。
I feel hungry, she feels hungry.
他饿了，我也饿了；
I am confused, she is confused.
我混淆了，他也混淆了；
I am angry, she is angry.
我生气了，他也生气了；
I am hungry, she is hungry.
我饿了，他也饿了。
What is the difference between me and her?
有什么区别吗？我和他
Only the body difference.
只有身体的区别，
But the life is the same.
生命、生活都是一样的。
Like the light is the same in all the bulbs.
就像光线在所有地方都是一样的，
Behind all the bulbs there is one electricity.
在所有灯泡后面都是统一的电流，
Behind all the life there is one divine reality.
在所有的生命后面都有一个至高的灵性。
That divine reality is our nature.
那个至高的灵性就是我们的本体，自然。
It doesn't matter through what the divinity is expressing.
没有关系，这个神性、灵性通过谁来去展现？
When electrical energy expresses through bulb, it is called as light.
当电流通过灯泡来去展现它的时候，那这个就叫做光。
When electrical energy expresses through the fan, it is called as magnetic force.
当电流通过电扇来去展现的时候，那就是有一种电磁波。
When electricity expresses through the heater, it is called as the heat.
当通过加热器来展现的时候，那它就是一个加热的方式。
The differences are not because of electricity. They are because of the bulb, fan and the heater.
所以问题不是说来自于电流，而是来自于说是那个灯泡，是那个电扇，还是那个加热器。
Therefore,
因此，
the one reality expressing through the man's body,
一个真实的事情、现实通过一个人的身体来展现，
the beard comes out.
一个胡子就出现了。
That doesn't mean the divinity is masculine.
但并不意味着这个神性就是阳性的、雄性的。
The same divinity expressing through the girl's body,
同样的灵性也可以通过女性的身体来展
that
现。
doesn't mean the divine reality is feminine.
那并不意味着神性就是女性的。
The same reality expressing through a snake, a cobra,
如果这个神性通过一个蛇来去展现，
the divinity is not poisonous.
那么也并不代表神性就是有毒的。
When the divinity expresses through a cow,
那如果神性通过一头牛来展现，
the divinity is not vegetarian.
那它也并不意味着就是素食的，
Divinity is the same.
神性是一致的，
That is our essential nature.
这个才是我们本质的核心。
Discover this.
努力的发现它，
And for this, it's a very simple technique.
这有一个非常容易的技巧，
Be very attentive.
请注意各位，
You are many.
你们有很多人，
I have got one vision.
我有一个视觉，
The same vision sees the red color.
同样的一个视觉看到了红色，
The same vision sees the green color.
看到了绿色，
The same vision sees the yellow color.
看到了黄色。
Because colors are many, are the visions many?
虽然有很多颜色，难道有很多视觉吗？
Vision is one.
视觉只有一个，
In the same manner,
同样的道理。
sense organs are five,
我们有5个器官感官，
but the mind behind the sense organ is one.
而心智在感官后面只有一个。
When mind comes out through the eyes, it is called as vision.
当思绪通过这个眼观来去展现的时候，
When the mind comes out of the ears, it is called as the hearing ability.
通过耳朵就是叫做听觉。
Because of five sense organs, the mind has not become five.
我们是通过5个感官来去实现展现，
Mind-
但并不代表我们有5个头脑。
Mind is one.
心智只有一个，
Similarly,
同样道理，
mind is the expression of life,
心智就是你生命的展现。
and life is common everywhere.
生命是普通的、普罗大众的，在任何地方都一样。
And this life is the expression of pure consciousness,
那么生命是通过我们的意识来去实现的。
and the pure consciousness is one.
那么这个纯洁的意识就只有一种，
So the spiritual journey is,
所以精神的旅途就是
we start from the objective world
我们从客观世界当中
and march towards the pure consciousness.
领会到最纯洁的意识。
Therefore, the first step is
所以第一步，
drop the worldly objects.
worldly，
Worldly objects.
所以放弃那些坏的客观的东西。
So when you drop the worldly objects, you come back to your sense organs.
当你放弃那些东西的时候，你就自然回归到你自己的本体。
Now let us do an experiment.
让我们现在来做一个试验。
We did it yesterday.
我们昨天做过，
Today again we repeat.
我们要重复一次，
Look at the curtain behind me
看一下我后面的这个部分，
and see where are you.
看一看你自己在哪里。
You have gone away from yourself.
你将会从你自己身体里离开。
When you are focusing on the curtain,
当你关注到背后的这个布的时候，
you cannot see me properly.
你将不会看我看得那么清楚。
One experiment.
接下来一个实验，
Now the second experiment.
第二个，
You drop the curtain from your vision and look at my beautiful face.
不要去看那个布，来看老师漂亮的脸蛋。
Now see, the curtain has become hazy and my face has become prominent.
那么那个布已经变得模糊了，而我的脸对于你来讲变得清楚，
And you have come nearer to yourself.
你也离自己更近。
Now close your eyes.
现在闭上你的眼睛，
You are not seeing anything,
你现在什么也没有看到，
yet you are there.
你还在那里。
Whether there are worldly objects or not,
世界上目前的物体是存在，还是不
whether
存在？
the sense organs are functioning or not,
你的五官、感官是在作用还是不在？
whether the mind is active or not,
你的心智思绪是在动还是不在？
the consciousness that we are
意识我们存在的是，
remains untouched by any one of them.
不被任何事物所干扰、触碰。
This is the one.
这个就是一，
Like electrical energy is one throughout the world.
就像电流。
In the same way, there is one consciousness expressing in and through the total creation.
就像意识在不断的表达进来、出去，各个方式。
When you recognize this as you,
当你意识到那个是你的时候，
you will not do love, but you will have love.
你将不会是做老
Love, L-O-V-E.
，OK，你将不会是做爱，而是施展爱，展现爱。
A boy and a girl, they fall in love.
一个男孩、女孩，相爱了。
And when you fall, you get hurt.
当他们相爱的时候，他们就会互相伤害的。
That hurting is called as marriage.
那个伤害就叫做婚姻。
And therefore they suffer throughout life.
所以这个就是展现在整个一生过程。
But the mother and the child do not love each other. They have love for each other.
所以妈妈和孩子就
Child love. Child,
孩子和妈妈会
mother has love for the child.
OK， 妈妈对孩子有很强的爱心，
The boy and the girl, they love each other.
而男孩女孩互相相爱。
In case of the boy and the girl, love is an action. In case of the boy and a girl, love is an action.
比如假设这个男孩女孩互相之间会喜欢上对方每一个行为，
For the mother and the child, love is a noun.
而妈妈和孩子一样。
就是对于妈妈和孩子来说，爱是一个行为，而对于那个男和女孩相爱来说，爱是一个名词。对，两个人相爱是一个动作，那个是个状态。
OK，
What okay? They are not understood.
帮一下。
老师说的是就是
You take this mic and tell, come here.
那个刚才说的那个是对的，就是稍
Take the mic and talk.
那个老师说，我们男女相爱的这个爱是一个行为，是我们要去做的一个行为。但是妈妈和孩子那个爱，就是我们当下的这个状态，对，是一个状态。
I continue. Wait. Therefore, the love between the boy and the girl ends
所以男孩和女孩之间的爱有可能会结束，
because it began at some time.
因为它有始，
And the love between the mother and the child never ends
然后妈妈和孩子之间的爱永远不会结束，
because it did not begin at a particular time.
因为它没有，它是无始的，
It was always there.
它永远都在那里。
This pure love happens when you are abiding in your divine self.
所以当我们和我们自己身体那个灵性在一起的时候，我们就永远处在这个爱的
Then you
状
don't
态当中。
have to struggle to love anybody.
所以你不用会挣扎着去爱。
You
某
never
一个
feel
人
you never feel new or other in this world.
你不没听到没听 ，sorry again 。
You never feel that you are a different person in this
啊，
world
我们跟任何人都是同样的，没有区别。
because you are merged with the total.
你和万物是完全融在一起的。
Like the eyes do not have any special attraction towards any color.
就好像我们的眼睛可以看到任何的颜色，不会偏爱任何一个颜色。
For the eyes, all colors are same.
所有的颜色都是一样的。
For the eyes, all forms are same.
对眼睛来说，各样的形状也都是一样的。
For the ears, all sounds are same.
对于耳朵来说，声音都是一样的。
For the mind, all sense organs are same.
对于脑子来说，5个不同的感官都是一样的。
For the pure consciousness, the total creation is the same.
所以对于我们那个最纯净的觉知来说，我们整个世界的创造都是平等，都是一样的。
Therefore, the love for a master established in this pure consciousness, he does not love somebody, but he has love for everybody.
所以同样的原理，当我们的内心是在爱的这个状态之下的时候，我们并不需要爱的这个行为。
This is what is called as the spiritual life.
这个就是我们灵修的生命。
This experience of yours
你的经历是
is like you are sitting near a cool breeze.
就像你坐在某一个很凉爽的地方，
Without any effort,
不需要任何的努力，
your mind has stilled.
你的头脑很平静，
Because you have come back home.
因为你已经回家了。
This process is called in yoga as pratyahar.
那么这个过程在瑜伽当中就叫 pradyaha。
We have seen yama.
我们已经说了 yama，
Our relation with the world should be such that the world is not a problem for us
我们跟世界的关系就是世界不会是我们的问题，
and we are not a problem for the world.
我们也不会是世界的问题。
The niyama is
niyama 的意思，
we are not a problem for ourselves.
我们不是自己的问题。
Asana is
asana 的意思是
remaining ever cheerful and happy.
永远保持快乐、开心、喜悦。
Pranayam is
pranayama 的意思，
it is a process of separating the mind and the body.
让自己的思绪和身体分开。
Thereafter comes pratyahar.
所以我们现在到了这个 pradyaha，
Pratyahar is a willful denial of the world.
是世界的这个世界的意志。
The objects are available for indulgence, but we don't indulge. The object is there, I can eat that, but I don't eat.
物体就在那里，我可以吃，但我不会去选择吃。
And then I don't suffer also,
我同样也不会受到痛苦，
because I have got a freedom.
因为我得到了自由。
When I say no, it means no.
当我说不的时候，意思就是不。
But our condition is when somebody gives us chocolate
但情况是，但事实上有人给我们巧克力的
and,
时候，
and we say, no, I don't want.
那通常来讲，我们说不，
But
不
then the
要。
friend says, please take one.
然后我的朋友就说：“那请吃1块吧。
And then we say, okay, give 2. ”
然后于是我们就说：“请给我2块吧。
Pratyahar is a freedom.
pradyaha 的意思是自由，
Deny the world.
否定这个世界，拒绝。
There is a great mantra.
有一个很好的唱诵，
We must have the courage to say no to the world.
我们必须有勇气来对世界说不，
And we must have the ability to listen no from the world.
我们必须也有能力去向世界来聆听到不。
He who can deny the world no means no.
我们如果能够表达不，就是不这个意思。
And when somebody says no to us, don't feel bad about it.
当有人跟我说不的时候，也不要感觉到很难过。
Important thing is we are not a slave to anybody in this world.
很重要的事情是我们不是任何人的一个奴隶和奴仆。
Discover your freedom.
发掘你自己内在的自由，
And freedom from your mind.
来自于你心智的自由。
It is the mind which is making us dance, friends.
有很多时候是因为你的思绪才让你自己变得很失落。
Mind doesn't want to die.
思想永远不想死去，
Therefore, the mind either takes us in the future or the mind takes us in the past.
于是思想要么就把我们带到未来，要么就把我们带到过去。
We keep on talking about our past to others,
我们不断的传递这个思想的一个到另外一个，
or we keep on thinking about the future,
要么就我们一直在想未来怎么样，
which is never going to come in our life.
其实永远都不会在生命中发生。
By these two techniques,
但这两个技巧，
the mind survives.
思想就会被解放。
Like
比如，
for the body, food is required.
就像身体需要食物一样，
Similarly, for the mind, past and the future is the food.
就像是大脑的过去和未来，就像是这个食物一样。
Bring the mind in the utter present and the mind disappears.
于是要把思想带到现在，那么其他的那个思想就已经会过去了。
Where there is a movement, there is mind.
当有一个移动的时候，一般来讲就会有个思想；
Where there is no movement, there is no mind.
通常没有一个运动的时候，就不会有这种思绪。
Earth moves.
地球在运动，
So if you think about the world, you are at the mind level.
如果你想到这个世界的话，你就会在思想的一个
The
水平，
waters move.
水就会在动。
If you think about the enjoyments, you are in the mind.
如果你想到这个环境的话，那么就是在思想层面。
The fire moves.
火是在动，
If you are angry, frustrated,
如果你生气、绝
you
望，
are at the mind.
你就是在思想当中。
The air moves.
空气在动，
If you go on imagining the things fantasy,
如果你在幻想的话，
you are at the mind level.
你还是在思想的程序。
Now try to think about the space.
想一想这个空间，
When we make space as the object of knowledge for the mind,
当我们把空间想象成这个装知识的物体的时候，
the mind becomes still.
思想就是很平静的，大脑很平静。
When the mind is still, it is called as consciousness.
当大脑很平静的时候，就少有这些思绪和意识。
Only once in the lifetime, we have to recognize this.
只是在生命当中有那么一次，我们可以意识到它。
After having recognized this conscious reality as our essential nature,
当我们意识到这个东西的时候，我们自然本质，
thereafter play the game of life.
就可以开始玩生命这个游戏。
Then we start living in meditation.
那我们就开始冥想了，
Then we don't do and suffer in meditation.
而我们不是要去做和折磨在冥想当中。
This is all the spiritual life.
这才是真实的灵性、精神的修为。
Therefore, friends,
因此，朋友们，
yoga is
瑜伽是
a technique by which
一种技巧，
we come back to our divine nature.
我们回归到自己的灵性层面，
And all other things are only the means.
其他的东西其实都是方式、方法、工具。
The destination is our own divine self.
真正的目的最后是找到自己的灵性。
When you reach your destination,
当你找到自己的
your
终点，
GPS tells you
你的 GPS 就会告诉你，
you have arrived at your destination.
你已经到达你的终点。
Now the GPS guidance is suspended.
那么现在 GPS 经常是
There is no
Wow.
need further.
因为没有进一步的要求。
In the same manner,
同样的道理，
when we come back to our divine self,
当我们回到自己灵性的层面，
everything ends.
每一个东西都停止了，结束了，
but you remain.
只有你还存在，
Now that you is a totally changed one.
你是那个改变的。
Earlier I was a miserable one.
原来我是一个很惨的人，
Now I am a happy one.
现在我就是一个高兴快乐的人。
Earlier I was a confused one.
过去我是一个混淆混
Now
沌，
I is a clear one.
现在我是个清醒澄。
Earlier I was seeking happiness.
过去我是在寻求幸福，
Now I distribute happiness.
现在我是在发布幸福。
Earlier I used to get tired now and then.
过去我经常会感觉很疲惫，
Now I make others tired.
现在我会让其他人很疲惫，
Discover this joy
发掘这种喜乐，
and be happy.
然后变得快乐，存在于快乐，不是变。
Thus, we started from the world and we come to the mind.
于是我们现在开始从这个世界到了我们的思想、心智。
And the last three things in the yoga is dharana, dhyan, samadhi.
剩下3个方面在瑜伽这个8分之当中是老师刚才讲的3个字。
These three of them are very deep subjects. Let us leave it for the next session.
这3个词非常深奥，这个也非常难，我们下一个环节再去讲。
So please repeat after me.
请跟着我重复。
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnah Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnasya Purnamadaya
Purnamevavashishyate
Purnamevavashishyate.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
The meaning of this mantra is very simple.
这个唱诵的意思非常简单，
The world is divine, we are divine.
世界是灵性的，我们也是灵性的。
When you discover your own divinity,
当你发掘自己的神明的时候，
you will see the whole world is nothing but divine.
你就会看到世界上都是清醒神明的。
And when this happens,
当这个发生的时候，
Om Shanti 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 means
Om Shanti 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 意思是
you are at peace at the body level,
你在身体的这一层面
you are
会
at,
平静的，
you are at peace with the speech level,
你会在演讲语言的方面是平静的，
and you are at peace with the mind level.
你会在心智的层面也是平静的，
Thus you are in total peace.
你就会是完全的平静。
Before chanting this, we are in pieces.
我们在这个 chanting 之前就已经是完全平静了，
Now you are in peace.
那现在你们就平和安详了。
Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.